I'm going to do is I'm just copy pasting this particular image. So I have two images now. From this I can do some patchwork, right? So to do patchwork, my objective is to cover this arrow, this evaporation, this particular arrow, all those things. So as the picture shows, the background is sky blue. I am going to crop this image. I am going to this format, as I said, where we can do some tinkering. I am just taking this crop. I want this particular place. Yes, good. Now I have this. Now I'm going to place this here. See, I'm just covering it. I have just covered it. Again copy, again pasting it. So again I'm getting one. I'm going to cover this arrow. Likewise, I'm going to cover the sun. You might ask, sir, why you are covering sun if there is no sun, there is no evaporation. I'll tell you why. And I'm going to cover this place as well. So copying, pasting again. Again, I'm just using a shortcut. That's why you may not find how I'm doing this. Okay, again here it's just a patchwork. Okay, and finally here. Now we got our patchwork done. If I remove this entire image, you'll find where are the patches available. Okay, I'm just going back this thing. But once I take this picture, I may not take this patchwork along with this picture. So what I'm doing is I'm just getting back this picture to the same place and I'm selecting the entire picture, meaning the entire picture is being selected. See, now I'm right clicking it. I have an option called group. Now once grouped, there is no more patchwork. So but I want the sun, right? I need to take this sun. So again I'm going there, ungrouping it. Let me cut this sun. I have used a shortcut to take this picture. I don't want to right click it. Simply pressing the control button and dragging this will give you too many copies. And once selected, going to format, cropping it again. I want only sun. So I have taken the sun. Yes. See, if this particular body is symmetrical, the animation will be very fine. If it is asymmetrical, you may not give animation. Okay, now the sun is available. Sorry. Now the sun is ready. And again, it is not symmetrical because see, you have a large space over here. Again, crop, more or less equal size. Okay, right. Now I'm deleting the extra patches. Okay. I'm just placing this particular sun above the sun, meaning I cannot, if I give this animation to the sun, the entire picture will get animated because this will treat the grouped one as an entire picture. If I cut the particular picture and keep it above to it, it is again a simple jala. It is just like a small petty trick or a cheap trick. I am just placing the sun over this place. Now my picture is ready with this particular sun. Okay, let's start doing animation with this particular patch. So if the sun might grow or sun might rotate. Okay, to make it visible. So I am just going to this after pressing this, I am just going to this animation, and I am going to take this wheel. It is not visible. I'll show you again. I have just added one animation. I'm just playing it. It is not visible, right? Okay, we'll take something else different. Uh, okay, as I said, this sun is this sun is a bright colored one. We need to give some kind of emphasis, not the entrance, because sun is already present. If it is not present, we can give entrance. It is already present. I am going to select from the emphasis. Here entrance, here emphasis, and here I have a spin. Yes, it's not to see. So I'm just selecting a different one. This is fine. See? Okay, this is fine. Okay. Now I'm going to see the output just pressing F5. And if I click, yes, it shakes. But it doesn't kept shaking. It shakes for a while and it just ended its animation because we haven't customized it yet. So I am going to customize it. We know that sun should shine forever. So for doing this, as I said earlier, this is the place we need to alter it. First of all, I am going to change the trigger, not by clicking it, by with previous. Meaning, if I switch to this particular slide, the sun should start shining. So with previous, I am pressing this arrow. I am directly going to this timing option. One more window. No delay. I don't want any delay. So let it be 0. And the duration, it should be 2 seconds. And finally, you have one more option called repeat. That is new to us. If you press this repeat, you have an option called until next click, until end of the slide. I don't want to do this action for twice. I don't want this to be thrice. I just want this action to be done till the slide gets over. So I'm just pressing this until end of the slide, and there's just press OK. Okay, now I'm going to see the output. See, it's enough. This looks nice. Okay, the sun is shining now. Now if it shines, evaporation should happen. Now we'll move on to the evaporation now. To make this evaporation, there is no what is that image or picture as such, but it is available in the insert where we can do our own customization. So I have just pressed this insert. I am going to take this particular place, and here you have a lot of arrows, and in that you have somewhat a snake like arrow, which I feel perfect, and I'm going to draw here. It is not visible since it is very thin, it is not visible. For a while, I'm just going to close this particular place. See, it is an arrow, but it is not visible. Again, we'll go to green trends or naturals. Format is available. If you go to this particular place, you have a option called shape outline. I'm pressing this shape outline. You have an option called weight. If you press this, you can increase the girth of the arrow. Now I have a small arrow, but the evaporation is not to my direction. It should redirect it to the sun. Yes, it's great. But I want too many arrows to be here. 1 minute. Okay. Now I have one arrow, but I need few more. To do this, you have a number of options, like you can click it right, you can copy it, you can paste it. This is one way. The other way is you just select it, press Control, just drag it. 1, 2, 3. Now I have 4. If I want further, 5. Excellent. So now I have 5 arrows which can imitate the evaporation. I am just right clicking it and grouping it because I don't want to do animation separately. Now I can place it here like this. I think white would be reasonable instead of blue. Sorry. Sorry. I think I haven't grouped it. 1 minute. I'll keep this aside and I'm going to group it. Yes. Now select it and Control G. Control G is also grouping. That's a shortcut. Now I'm placing this and this. And if you feel you wanted to change the color also, you can change it. I am going to change it to white. I can change it again going to this format, shape outline. In the shape outline, I can change the color. I said white would be good. Now we have, I think it is not looking good. Let it be blue itself. Okay. Now we have evaporation. And now we are going to do animation for this particular evaporation. And prior to that, I am going to add rain here. Here we have two different clouds. One is a dark cloud, the other one is a normal one. And I'm going to add a rain here. And it should come from this dark cloud. So again, I'm going to this insert, taking arrows. Now this time, direct arrows. See, straight arrows. It is very thin. Again, I'm going to naturals, weight, increased weight. But since it is rain, I want some more customization. Below to that weight, you have option called dotted dashes. All those things you can do. Now, copy, paste. That's great. So I have 5 rains. That is rains here. Grouping it, placing it. Since the size is too big, reducing it. Okay. Now we have rain. The final one is clouds. Clouds we didn't what is that, extract clouds from this place. So we are going to make our own clouds. 1 minute. Okay. To make our own clouds, again I'm going to insert. As I said, insert is a very frequently used option, and I'm searching for round. I'm just placing all the round here. Clouds. Now the clouds are ready. Okay, the only thing is it should change. We need to change the color. I'm going to the naturals format, change it to white. Still outlines are there. Again, I'm just clicking it, selecting it. I'm just changing the shape outline into no outline. Now my clouds are ready with simple circles. Okay. Okay. Since it is separate, I'm going to group it. Now clouds are, my cloud is ready. Okay. And I'm going to keep this to the extreme right. I'll show you why. Okay, extreme right. And we all know that we have 3 animation. One is entrance, the other one is emphasis, the third one is exit, the fourth one is motion paths. I'll show you what motion paths is at the last stage. Now I'm going to animate this particular evaporation. Now I know what to do. I'm going to look for exit, not entrance, exit. So I'm going to click animation. I'm going here for exit. This is fade, this is wipe. I'm going to take wipe. I feel that this would be relevant. Yes, exactly. And I'm going to delay the, first I'm going to change the trigger to with previous, and I'm going to change the timing options. Extremely slow. Now this is what that is not going. Yes, looks great. It looks like evaporation. And the third one is this rain. The rain, for example, if I wanted to give rain, I need to go to entrance and fly in. Um, yes, wipe again, wipe. But the only thing is the wiping is happening in the reverse direction. And for each and every animation, it has got its own properties. And if I select wipe, see, you have the property here as well. Okay, you can also see the same property here, but I'm not going here for a time being. I'm going here at the effect option, and if I press this, it is showing if you wanted to keep from left or from right or from top. We all know rain comes from top, so this would be appropriate. And the trigger is again with previous, and how long it should happen, clicking it, timing. In the last option you have repeat until end of the slide. Okay, extremely fast, so I'm going to change the time to slow. Okay, great. Okay, and for this evaporation, I forgot to do one thing, that is I'm clicking this, I'm going to timing, selecting the repeat until the end of the slide. So all will happen at the same time, and ultimately we wanted to give this cloud a small animation by moving from one end to the other end. Okay, so now I'm not going to add an entrance, emphasis or exit, but I'm going to add this motion paths. This motion paths are customizable paths. You can do whatever you want. You just select a line, and this will look like this. See, a green arrow starts here and ends here. And what I'm doing is I'm just pressing this right, slowly dragging it and keeping it towards my left, and keeping this entire cloud here. Let me close this. Yeah. Okay. And this, yes. Now we are all set to go. Now we have animated particular sun, evaporation, rain, and now this cloud. And we wanted to have this with previous and no delay. Right away it should happen. Yes. So again I'm going here, timing option, repeat until end. Abba, great. Now we'll see what it is going to do. Now I'm going to press F5. Something has happened because we have kept this cloud very fast, and it is showing it's only flickering it. Now come back, clicking it, timing extremely slow. Now I'm going to show it, and this is what happens. And if you want, you can also add sound like what is that? If you want, add some thunderstorms. If you want to add some lightning, you can add it. If you want to add some title, you can add it. All those things you can add it. Okay. Now I'm going to add some title to it. Instead of going there, I'm going to the word art, water cycle, and taking to the extreme left. That's it. We are done. Hope you guys enjoyed this particular animation. I might have gone a bit over that fast. If you want, I'll repeat, no issues. And if you really enjoyed it, just give some feedback so that I'll continue. Passing clouds is good, superb. Yes. Kindly be specific so that I can repeat it if you want. Thank you. So till now, we may not have this idea about doing this looping animation in PowerPoint. Normally, with PowerPoint, as I said earlier, it is a tool where the guy who handles the tool should be very smart enough to do this animation. How to cut? Okay. Next question. After cropping, nice. Repeat passing clouds. Sure, I'll do. What is the duration? What is duration? I'll do. Sure. Then how to add sounds? Great. Then ungrouping. I'll do. I think I need to come back again. No issues. I'll do because we have time. We'll do. All these options are available in older version. Of course, it is available from 2007. I'm very uh, confident. Digital clock. Why would someone go for PowerPoint for having digital clock? I don't know, but it is not possible. Please repeat moving clouds. I'll do, sir. Yes. Yes. Now let me take something different than this clouds. I'll go to uh, um, since I'm what is that? Since botany is my core subject, I am going this water cycle plant, all those things. I may not be familiar with your subject. So let me take this plant. And again, I'm going to tools, uh, large, and type is clip art. Clip art would do the justice. Yes. So I'm just searching for the right image. Whenever we start searching, it won't come. Whenever we are searching something else, it will come. Okay. Yes, I'll take this. Since it looks very simple, let me take this. Okay. Okay. GS and tree planting, I don't know. Yes. Right click it, save. This image is somewhat very small. Let me see how it is going to come. Now I have selected one, and let me take a new slide, and I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to bring in that particular picture. I'm going to the picture from this device, plants. Yes. So I have just reduced it. Here everything is very blank. We know we don't want to do any patchwork here. We just going to add some arrows and some clouds over here. If you wanted to make this as a forest, you can make this. Just copy and paste it, Unfortunately, this white background is hiding all those things. We can also take a background. For removing background, I'll teach you how. I am just taking the slide background first, not the picture background, slide background. I'm just right clicking it, format background. I'm just going to make it gradient. You all know what gradient is. See, you have a top light color and bottom dark color. I'm going to change the color like just like sunshade. So here I'm going to give orange, and here I'm going to give red, and middle I'm going to remove all the blues. So this looks somewhat like a increasing transparency. Yes. Now let me take out one picture, and now I need to remove this white background of this particular image. Then only it will appear very normal. So to remove a white background, I have just selected. Once selected, this boutique will open. I am just clicking this. Extreme light, you left, you have one option called remove background. If I press this remove background, okay, it shows some options here, but it is not up to our expectation. So remove areas to keep, mark areas to remove. Okay, it is asking mark areas to remove. That means what? I am having the privilege of showing what are all the area I need to remove. As you know that I wanted to remove all the white except the trees. So this is a bit trickier. Still, I'll try to do. Oh, so I'm drawing it. So I have drawn it. Of course, it is nasty. Okay, I have drawn it. Okay, now I'm going to remove it. Yes. So our forest has come, but it may not look good, but still it is okay. But this entire background dominates our this thing slide. So I'm going to reduce the transparency of the colors. Okay, so far so good. Okay, still I can also enhance this color. Again, boutique color correction. These are all presets available. Okay, I think it's better to remove the background of this thing. So I'm going to the solid color. Let it be white. Let the picture which I have taken previously works nice. I am going here. I have taken it. Okay. Now we have a base picture. We are going to add some evaporation from the trees, and I'm going to show some clouds above these trees. And along with that, I'm going to add some rain sound because someone have asked how to add sounds. Yes. To do evaporation, it is easy. Going to shapes, take some bent arrow, draw it, increase the weight, increase the weight. One is not enough. Copying it, pasting it, copying it, pasting it, copying it, pasting it. Okay. Grouping it. To group, I need to select all the components which I wanted to group. If I select one by one, I might lose something. So what I've done is I'm just selecting everything. Okay. And right clicking it. You have option called group. But the evaporation happens from bottom to top. So I'm just rotating it like this. It looks somewhat bigger. So I'm just reducing it. Now nothing is visible because the weight is very big. Going to shape outline, weight, and reducing. Yes. Now I have evaporated water here. Someone have asked how to make clouds move. I'm again going there, making clouds on my own. For clouds, I'm selecting it round. round, 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 round. 4 rounds I have. Reducing some rounds. Yes. Again selecting it, making it white, outline also white. Now the cloud is ready, but it is not visible. Okay. I'm just grouping the clouds and just adding format. I'm going to shape effects. Effects, I can do some shadows. The shadow is okay, but it is not big enough. Yes. Just explore all those options. Okay, right. Now I have a cloud. I am going to keep to my extreme right. Why extreme right? Because every time the cloud loops out, for example, it should not start from this place. If it starts from this place, it will look awkward. So if it starts from the extreme right, which is away from the slide, the starting point may not be visible to the viewer. That's why we are keeping to the extreme right and the end point at the other end. If I keep it here, you will find something very different because a cloud cannot come all of the sudden to a particular place. That's why I kept it here. Okay, yes, adding a sun would be reasonable. So I'm again going to the insert. This time I'm going to the icon, not to the this thing. I'm just again searching for the sun. This particular thing is also new. I don't want to search. I'm just type it here, sun. Exactly, I got the thing I want. Now sun is also ready. You can place it anywhere. Sun doesn't look black, so I'm going to change again to Botic. Orange, not the red sun. Yes, sun is ready. Cloud is ready, sun is ready, and the evaporation is ready. Now you can animate it. First thing to animate is this sun. I have just clicked it and I don't want this particular pane to be here because I have done with it. I'm just going to close this. Once after selecting this, I'm just clicking animation. And this animation pane, if I press this animation pane, this area will come. And once selected, I'm going to add emphasis. Again, same, where is that spin? Paka. But the speed is somewhat different. So I'm just going to reduce it by selecting the small arrow, going to this timing option, not on click with previous, delay, no delay, and slow. Repeat until the end. If I click until next click, the next click will stop the sun to the stationary position. So I'm just clicking until next. Okay, great. Sun is ready. And now I want to animate this cloud. I'm just pressing this and going to this particular arrow, not to this preset. I am just selecting this arrow. See here. If I take this, keep my cursor here, it shows more. I am just clicking this. I am opting for motion paths, that is line. I have just selected line, and normally the line starts from the cloud, that object. I am just selecting this particular red point. Red is end, green is starting point. Green is already here. I'm going to see the other end. Yes. See, it looks somewhat transparent. It shows that it starts from here and it ends from here. This is what the meaning of this particular blurred cloud. And the third thing is I'm going to add animation to this evaporation. It's easy because we have already done it. I'm going to use wipe, but the timing will be determined by me with previous and everlasting. That's what we wanted, right? That is until next. Likewise, clouds going here, timing until next slide, not on click with previous. Now we are all set to go, but it is extremely fast. 1 minute, I'm going here, timing extremely slow. And we are going to add a new component here, that is sound. To add sound here, you need to have some kind of sound which is already loaded in your computer. For that, probably Simon might have taught you how to download sound from website. Now I'm not going to add a sound from website. Instead, I'm going to give the sound on my own. Okay, here nothing will provide sound, either sun or cloud or evaporation, but rain will give. So we don't have rain here. Still, I'll give you the sound of the rain. I am going to insert. To your extreme right, you have option called audio. If you press this, you will get two options. One is audio on my PC. The other one is record sound. Audio on my PC, already I told you that if you have any sound or song or background music, you can click it and search it. You can bring it to the slide. But the other option is record audio. And if you press it, you will get one more dialog box. See? In the dialog box, you can rename it. I'm going to rename it as rain sound. And I just renamed it. It doesn't mean that it will give the rain sound. I need to record on my own. You have a small red button here, and I'm going to record it. I'm just going to press it. I just recorded by just tapping my mic. The sound is recorded. How would you know it? You have a small speaker like icon shown here. But in the output, you may not see all those things. I'll show you how. Okay. And once the sound has been added, it will also come in the animation pane. Meaning, again, we can trigger it by clicking it, timing option, no on click with previous until next slide. Okay. Okay. Excellent. Now I'm going to present this. I'm just pressing F5. Okay, my voice is also got recorded, no issues. Hope you guys enjoyed this animation. If you still have any doubts, uh, let me clarify. So just give your feedback. Let me see to it. I think still some people are puzzled with the thing because I didn't get any feedbacks from your chat. Okay, that's enough. Okay. What window version you needed? Anything, PowerPoint is a product of Microsoft. You will get acquainted with the Windows, no issues. That's great. But the thing is that you people are all listening to me. You might find difficult once you started working towards it. So if you start working on it, you'll find really difficult. You'll search here and there. Okay, so try to get this practiced uh, with the shortest span of time, or else you will forget everything. That's great. Ungroup shortcut, sir. Ungroup shortcut is Control B. Control B is ungroup shortcut. PPT does not work in my system. If your system is loaded with Windows, it will work. Even in Mac, it will work. Control V, not Control V, Control B. Sorry, Control B. B for boy. Control B. After previous and before previous, I'll show you. Save it in GIF format. Yeah, you can save it in GIF format. With mobile phone, we can animate. Sir, it is up to you. If your mobile phone is big enough to handle the images, you can do it. All this available in 2000, yes, version, yes. Links not available in yes, it is available, ma, it is available. That's great. That's great. Finally, I'll conclude this with previous and after previous. So I'll move on to my another PPT. I'll show you what is with previous and after previous. I have taken a new slide. I'm just deleting all those things. I'm going to insert. I have taken a button. This button is really looks nice. That's why I kept taking again and again. Okay. I'm copying paste thrice. Okay. And sorry, I'm not editing. I'm just going to edit. Right clicking it. It is on click. The other one is with previous. The other one is after previous. Okay, to make it visible, I am just giving some tinkering. That's enough. Okay, so here you have three buttons and it should perform as per our command. The first command is on click, right? So I am giving this an animation. I'm just pressing it. Going to animation, fly in. Okay, so if I click, it should fly in. And this with previous, I'm not going to show with previous now. I'm keeping this with previous here. Now after previous, instead of with previous, for our ease of use, I'm just taking this after previous. That means once the click is over, this animation should happen. The animation which I'm going to give here is wheels. Sorry, spin. Where it is plane? Spin it is in. Yes, this is the animation I'm going to give. But the only thing is it should happen after the animation of this particular button. Okay, that's why it is called after previous. Let us check F5. It is not visible because I haven't clicked it. I'm just clicking this and I have not given with previous, sorry, after previous. So I'm just selecting after previous. Now see the presentation. I'm just going to click it. Once this animation done, it is happening. Again, I'll show you. I'll change the animation here to spin. Yes. Now F5. If I click, this will spin. And since it is after previous, the trigger is after previous. Once this particular button will finish its animation, this will happen. Done. Okay, after previous. But the third button shows with previous, meaning with previous means it should happen along with the previous one. That's what. So I am just going to add some animation. That is again a spin, but not by clicking it, but with previous. I'm just selected with previous. Now I am going to show you animation F5. If I click, done. That's great because once click animation is over after previous has taken place, since the third button shows with previous, the triggers with previous, it is happening along with this after previous. So by this that we have come to an end. Hope you guys really enjoyed it. And if you have doubts, you just pour it in your WhatsApp group. And if I find time, I'll make some mini animation or videos and I'll post it. So thank you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Azir Julius,
Yes,
for your excellent and wonderful presentation on PowerPoint, too with a lot of animation techniques. It's really good, sir. Our participants are really enjoyed your presentations.
That's great.
It's really good. So far, we people know only the PowerPoint is used to present certain seminars and all. Now we know a lot of gimmicks are there in the PowerPoint presentations. So we have learned many tools from the PowerPoint presentations. It's a really good, it's an excellent, wonderful, lively session, sir. Thank you so much. It shows your experience and expertise, all those things. We have gone through your profile. You have a very good, excellent profile. You are doing a lot of things for our societies in free of cost. Really good. You are making our society is going toward the new technology. Really, it is useful for the young buds, those who are studying in schools.
Sir,
Really.
1 minute. Let me explain one more thing, that UTA has not only taking trainings, it is also engaged in creating new tools. Recently, we have created one software for institutions, whereby institutions can get the attendance registration done without touching the attendance machine. It is a new innovation done by our team along with some friends. So if, we are not dealing only with training, we are also dealing with some softwares. So because of this COVID pandemic, we have come up with an attendance register on Android phone, whereby a lot of institutions can use it. So if you want any innovations like that also, you can contact UTA. Thank you so much, sir.
Sure, sir. Sure. Definitely, sir. Definitely. It is a great help for that colleges and schools at this moment. It's really good. Thank you again, one and all. And on behalf of Women's Polytechnic College and IIT Bombay Remote Center, I thank you for the present speaker, and Simon. And today at the moment of power failure, Mr. Srinivasan has immediately taken the sessions to engage the participants. So really thank one and all those who are really helped in these occasions to make a excellent presentation. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. We'll meet you again. Thank you. Dear participants, I request you all to submit the assignments. The today assignments will be given soon in your WhatsApp group as well as through mail, and also in your Google Classroom. Whatever possibilities you have, you can do it. So kindly submit all your assignment by tomorrow. After evaluating this, we can make ready to our certificates. Your certificates will be automatically evaluated. Again and again, I am telling. So many of the participants not submitted the assignment 2 and 3. Kindly submit it as early as possible. So we are planning to deliver your certificates by end of tomorrow. So once you have evaluated, automatically the mail will be pushed to your mail with the certificates. Okay. Thank you for your cooperations. And if you have any queries, just send me the message through mail or WhatsApp. We will address your all concerns. Thank you so much. Thank you. Meet you again tomorrow. Thank you.